Welcome, mortal kind, to Quest Accepted, a TTRPG actual play stream. Uh, if you're watching this, it means that you're probably one of our Patreon subscribers, and you have unlocked one of the rewards, which is the Prequel campaign. This is where we're going to discover some of the backstory of some of the main cast characters and some of our fantastic guests. And speaking of, let's start with Estelle.
Hi, I'm Estelle. I'm going to be playing as Khadija here. I'm sure you'll see a lot of me.
Yeah, we'll get a little more detail as we progress. And then part of our main cast, which you should be familiar with by this point, Amanda, go ahead.
Hi guys, my name's Amanda. I'm playing Vagari, fearless runner, Bethakanaki, which is a mouthful, but she is a Goliath barbarian.
Excellent. Representing the North, as you guys should probably know by now. And Stephen.
Why, hello. My name is Stephen. I'm playing Sabhir. He is a Leonin fighter, and I can't wait.
Excellent. So, without further ado, I believe that we can just kind of jump right into it.
Yeah.
Welcome, mortal kind, to Teslam. It is the year 5846 AP, or After Punishment, nearing a century since the War of Fracture and, consequently, the near extinction of the Winged Riders. In this new era of cosmopolitan cooperation, the lands of Teslam have found new ways to thrive and prosper. Across the Saphir Sea lays the land of Alkut and the Wosten Desert. Beyond the noisy bazaars of the port cities of Haya and Shalhil, up the expansive Nar Delta sits Alkut's crown jewel, the city of Mubarak, capital of the continent, home of the Al-Majid Arena, and realm of King Saif al-Khalid. Above the various buildings and structures in Mubarak, we see a dark feathered hawk with red-tipped wings that flies across a cloudless blue sky above the Al-Run's palace. It goes into a free dive towards one of the 12 Shammai, keeps surrounding the palace that belong to each of the prime noble families of Alkut. The hawk's wings open, catching the wind as it rushes past the trolled gates of Qaid Shahin Mahin's keep. It flaps, darting beyond the palm tree-lined reflection pool into the dome-ceilinged entrance room of the keep, where it lands on the shoulder of a young ranger, Khadija Riyahi, Diron, or protector, for the Mahdi family's youngest daughter, Nadia. We see Khadija. Why don't you describe what your character looks like?
Khadija is a average height young woman with lean muscles, dark, very thick, wavy hair pulled up in a high ponytail. She has a bright yellow sort of scarf cowl around her shoulders that go to the back and have a strip of a cape from that. She has like some light leather armor on her and golden bestial eyes.
All right. In this cushion-filled room with carpets with very intricate and tessellating patterns of various colors, Khadija, you are sitting with Nadia, just passing the time. Nadia, who is you're essentially your charge, the person that you're in charge of protecting. Your family has been serving their family for many generations, and you are in charge of the youngest daughter, Nadia, of this family. You guys are just passing. What would you guys be doing right now? What is a normal day for you guys?
I typically shadow her as she goes through various court lessons. Learning various languages, which Khadija seems to have more of a talent for, but everything else, learning the histories and studying maths and what have you Khadija doesn't really look over her shoulder for that. But she is Nadia's shadow in wherever she goes. So Nadia would probably be currently in what is supposed to be during her private study time. But she might be goofing off or writing poetry instead. While Khadija gives her critiques, if not always very intelligently, but she tries.
Fair enough. So we see Nadia, which is a young woman, just kind of entering adulthood, womanhood. She has these piercing green cat-like eyes, long black hair, olive skin, and like these very like almost maroon, natural maroon lips. So they are highlighted with a bit of makeup. She also has these dark eyeliner sort of patterns drawn onto her face. And she dresses in these blue and gold robes, which are the colors of the Mahdi house. As you all are just sitting and conversing, kind of goofing off, you can hear, footsteps are not uncommon. This is a noble house. There's a lot of people coming and going at all times. But there are footsteps coming essentially from outside by the reflection pool. Before that, no, your hawk landed on your shoulder.
Yes. My hawk companion.
Yeah, and what is your hawk's name?
Hayam.
So Hayam lands on your shoulder, just kind of like picks at your ear as it lands.
Yeah.
So it just chirps a little bit.
What do you want now?
It kind of like nuzzles up, but then gives you like a little bite on the ear, and it just kind of flaps its wings in place. You would know that it's kind of like asking for a treat.
I'll pull a treat from my little satchel. I'm like, okay, here you go. Now behave.
Gobbles it up very enthusiastically, and while it complains for more and you're not relenting, it'll fly off for a bit. With this, you hear footsteps approaching, and go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh boy. First roll.
Go.
Okay.
Watch be a 1.
Okay, I got my dice. Okay. Oh. No joke, I got a nat 20.
A nat 20?
Oh man, I thought it was going to be so much better than that.
Okay, what is
Plus
the total?
7.
You
so
rolled a
27.
natural 27. Jesus.
Like I could take a picture if you want. I can take a
No.
picture.
I trust you. Wow.
Starting off
Okay.
strong.
The first thing that you recognize is the voice of Delara. This is the matriarch of the Mahdi family and Nadia's mother. She is almost about the same height as Nadia. Imagine like if Nadia were like, 30 years older. She's middle-aged, same green cat-like eyes and long black hair, which she keeps in a proper bun while Nadia lets it flow a little more. And she is also dressed in blue and gold robes, but she does hold a pendant that has their family's crest, which is a sort of like it's a nondescript beast sort of face that has flames around it. So you definitely hear Delara's voice, and she's having a conversation with a voice of somebody that you're not in, like you're trying to place it. Well, with a nat 20, I'll say that you've heard the name, you've heard the voice a few times, but not very commonly. It's the voice of Qaid Elam, Qaid being the title of a noble family sort of patriarch / leader, and Elam being the last name of that noble family. So what you manage to catch of their conversation, I'll say, damn, that 27's really messed me up. You hear Elam just say, "And you're sure that she is up to the task?" And you hear Dalara, "Yes, I believe that she should be fine. I trust her with my daughter's life. I would trust her with this task. You know, the king, this is incredibly important to him." "No, I understand. I wouldn't be too concerned." And you kind of like, as they're having this conversation, they kind of round the corner and they look a little shocked to see you because you're supposed to be studying in like the study room instead of being in like the main sort of.
I want to argue with that. With a nat 20, I feel like I could have made like a step away from Nadia or something.
You can definitely like with a nat 20 you can definitely like make any adjustments if you feel anything inappropriate is going on.
Yeah, I definitely adjust.
Yeah, for sure. So you adjust to a little more like proper for your station, a little more professional, so to speak, rather than your relaxed temperament with Nadia. Nadia immediately like closes like her poetry notebook and just like grabs one of the big textbooks that she's been reading and opens up a scroll in a place that doesn't really match up to where she's studying. And so you see Dalara walk in, and next to him you see Qaid Elam. We'll just call him Elam. He is a fire Ganassi nobleman with gold irises, dressed in red and orange robes, and with a necklace with his family symbol, which is an orb engulfed in flames. Just like got some interesting plasma-ish patterns, if that makes sense, with flames around it. You round the corner, or they round the corner, and Dalara and Elam, they look a little surprised for a minute and just kind of like, oh shit, like, did they hear anything? And then immediately go into this. This is with a nat 20, you're like being able to pick this up on them. Dalara goes, look, speak of the devil, and she shall appear. She approaches Nadia, gets up. Hello, mama. Hello, dear. She gives a kiss on both cheeks. You know Qaid Elam, both of you? Khadija? And Elam kind of like gives a soft bow. It's very nice to see you.
I give a deep bow according to my station. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance once again.
He kind of looks at you and says, the pleasure is all mine. And he turns to Dalara. This is Khadija, the one I was telling you about. And he kind of like takes a minute to kind of look you up and down. Yes, I think this will suffice. No, absolutely. So would you care to? Yes, I will take the time. Khadija, Nadia, I am very sorry to do this, but Khadija, if I may ask you to run an errand for me.
Anything you ask.
Perfect. This will take maybe a week's journey. I need you to go to Haya. I have placed an order for a new jewelry set for me, a necklace and earrings for an event upcoming within the next few months. We will be entertaining diplomats from Sajan. I was hoping that you could run this errand for me. It is quite expensive item, but there is something else. Elam, would you? And he, yes, I am not sure if you are familiar, but Haya is opening a new arena. Have you heard of this?
I've heard whispers about it.
I'm looking for the name. Ha!
Dawama?
I eagerly await its opening.
I have it. I know I have it here. Is it? This is why you should have your notes highlighted.
I have Dawama Coliseum.
Delana Coliseum?
Dawama.
Oh, that's where I put it. Yeah, I put it in this other thing, right?
I'm totally butchering, so if I am, like, correct me, please.
No, Dawama. Yeah, it's Dawama Coliseum. Yeah. Thank you. Well, Haya is opening one of their own arenas. They are the Dawama Coliseum, and I would like two of my gladiators to participate in the opening event. So I was hoping, since my handler is off on another errand for me, that you would take charge and take them with you. They will be good for assistance as well in battle, but this is very important to my house. Do you think you can manage the task?
It would be an honor to fulfill this task for you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Claps his hands. Well, I will... he looks at Delara. I will go and write essentially the writ that will give you permission to take over my gladiators, and have a boy send a writ to you with a boy as quickly as I can. Nadia, always a pleasure. Khadija, he comes to you and kind of like puts out a hand for you to like, shake his hand essentially.
All right.
Gives you like a little handshake. So thank you very much. This will, in a few hours, I will have this done. He looks back to Delara. Thank you very much. And we'll keep an eye on things. Yes, we will. And he takes off. So how has the day been, Khadija? Nadia?
Well, Nadia has been very studious this day, and I am always impressed by her progress.
Make a deception check.
I don't know if this is a high stake or a low stake deception check. Okay, I rolled a 17 with +1, so 18.
She kind of eyes you for a second, but she goes, I'm very glad to hear that. Yes, I see. She kind of looks down at the books. I see you are very dedicated, of course. Very well. Nadia, if you would please go to the study, I must take Khadija with me. And Nadia just kind of, yeah, ma. She gets up, collects her things, kind of looks at you sort of like expectantly, and just like you can kind of shares a sort of paused look with you for a little bit, and then just kind of like nods to her mom, like awkwardly, like runs up, gives her a little kiss, and then just runs off.
Right.
And then Delara turns, kind of like expecting you to to like follow with praise for her.
Right. Yes, I follow in her shadow instead now.
Excellent. Khadija, essentially what will be happening, there is a man in the jewelry store in Al-Qud. His name is Ibrahim. This is it's a kind of a sensitive matter. These are jewels that are very precious from Zimnas, and it has been taking a very long time to procure them. So I would like caution and discretion on this particular mission for your portion. So your name, your family's crest, I would like you to not wear them, not announce to the world who you are, so that you may not draw attention. Is that okay?
Of course, Quile. Anything you ask of me.
Excellent. I am very happy to hear that. Very well. You will be gone for a few weeks. If you would like to go back to your quarters, collect any equipment you may have, you may meet back here at the house whenever you are ready. And I will have the writ hopefully for you in time.
Alright.
Do you have any questions for me?
No questions. I am sure I will manage. Thank you very much.
Excellent. She smiles wide and just kind of like, she gives Hayam like a little like scratch. Let me see how well she does.
No, Hayam's only a shit to me. No one else, please. Please.
She rolled a 5 of animal handling.
Can I roll animal handling too? Okay.
Sure.
That's a 10 plus something. This is so stressful. That's a plus 5, so 15.
15. We'll say that Hayam does bite her finger, doesn't let her pet him, but she's gonna take it instead of like an aggressive bite. It's kind of like a playful sort of little bite, little nibble, exactly. So yeah. So what do you do?
I'll just try to distract Hayam with a treat. I feel like this is what you shouldn't do to train an animal, is reward bad behavior.
Oh no, it's fine. Like she plays it off like it's fine. You kind of give Hayam like a look or whatever that you need to do. And she kind of like the very, very strong beak, your hawk.
Yes, just imagine what he does to our enemies.
And that is why I love that you take care of my daughter. Very well. She gives you a small bow and then turns. So you have like a little sort of room here. I don't know how much you have here, but you do have like a house as well. Like they're your family as the generational guard for this family. They have like their own sort of keep a little bit, though not as luxurious, obviously. Most of your family members are, generally speaking, at this time of day, this is around noon, more or less. They're usually with the other people that they're protecting. So, so your house is fairly empty. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna very quickly gather whatever supplies I need for this trip, and I'm gonna try to find Nadia to say goodbye and let her know that I'm leaving.
Okay, are you like sneaking into her room or study or something, or are you just gonna like...
I want to sneak into her room.
You want to sneak into her room? All right, make a stealth check. I'll give you advantage because the keep guards essentially know who you are and they know that you're Nadia's shadow, so it's not a big deal.
Okay, so my first roll is another 20. Not 20.
Yeah, you walk around like you go home, you get all the equipment that you need, you walk back like you own the place. You're doing really well. Yeah, she's killing. She's almost ruined.
Like I just like cover myself. Like on the front is like one part of the tapestry, on the back it's like another part. And I just keep like flipping over on the wall to hide.
You get to the door and like you like I guess knock out of like politeness, but like it's Nadia. She doesn't care for you to knock, and you just kind of sneak in. And she like looks up and beams.
Nadia.
Khadija. She like immediately like puts her things down, just gets up and runs to you, and like she takes like 2 steps to run towards you, then immediately like turns around, runs to the window, and closes the drapes, and then just like runs and like almost tackles you. And holds you like super tightly.
Yeah, I mean, she like runs into me, I like pick her up and like do a little spin.
She reaches up. You're a good like half foot taller than her, right? Yeah. And she just like looks up at you expectantly.
Nadia, my dear, my baby, I will be gone for 2 weeks.
Yes, I know. And she like nuzzles her head into your shoulder. I don't know how my heart will handle this.
You are strong. You are very strong, Nadia. I am just coming here to make sure I say goodbye and that I will return, as I always do, for you.
She just like holds you tighter and be like, please be swift.
I will be swifter than...
The wind.
The wind, yes.
She looks at you. Faster than the waves of the Nar. Swifter than the winds of the Wosten. And she just like nuzzles in against you again.
You're too good at poetry, Nadia. I can't keep up.
Well, you are the one that inspires me. I could not write without you.
With that, I just give her a big old kiss because I can't keep taking this cuteness.
She wraps her arms around your shoulders and like you pick her up, spin her around, and she just like definitely like you're like kind of getting ready to like put her down and kind of like move away, and she just like will not let go. And when you finally do put her down, you can see she's got like a little bit of a tear, and she's like, "I already miss you."
Oh. I moved to brush some hair out of her face. So, Nadia. My heart yearns for you every moment I am not with you.
And I mind your... Okay. I can be strong. For 2 weeks, I can be strong.
You are strong. You are always strong.
Be careful. There are, I have heard, rumors of dangers on the road, increasing dangers. So please be careful.
I shall. I will do whatever measures it takes to return to you.
Excellent, thank you. But you have Haya, so I am less concerned with him with you.
I don't know. Sometimes I fear he'll bring me the worst danger with how mischievous he gets.
He just squawks for a minute, just chirps.
He's trying mother just now.
She kind of giggles. She goes, she probably deserved it. No, I'm kidding. I love my mother.
She loves you. She loves you very much.
Okay. I guess with you, I can focus on my studies a little more. It'll either be drown myself in studies or have nothing to do and just dream of your return.
No. Just another squeeze. I'm like, I must go now before anyone misses me.
Very well. Very well. Okay, she turns away and just goes and opens drapes again and just kind of I will miss you, my dear.
And I you.
You make your way down the stairs back to the main waiting area. There's you wait for a little while, just kind of pleasantries with all the other servants and the guards around, just kind of waiting. Eventually, a young boy, you can see where you're sitting right now on one of the cushions past the reflecting pool is the main entrance of the keep, where two of the guards are placed. And you see a young, it's a young looking, also fire Ganassi, and he just kind of he pulls out a sort of little scroll. The guards kind of nod, and you see him run into the room. Hello, are you Khadija Riahi?
I am.
Excellent. Qaid Elam has instructed me to hand this to you.
Right.
This should allow you to collect Ruik and Vagari from the arena. So, if there is nothing else for you, I can do, my lady. And he kind of bows, just kind of waiting for the next instruction.
You are dismissed.
He bows lower and then just takes off. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go take care of this job as soon as possible.
Fair enough. You race out onto the busy streets of Muzbarak, the bazaars with merchants shouting of their wares and music playing in different bars and lounges. You walk past the main square of Muzbarak, where a bronze statue of ancient bronze dragon sits atop a fountain with 4 reliefs depicting the War of Fracture, or events of the War of Fracture. As you continue past this very expansive square, you move on to a wide sort of main street where it is decorated down the middle with a bunch of palm trees, kind of 30 feet apart. At the end of that street, there is a side road that you take that holds a slightly smaller square that has a stone obelisk in its center, behind which sits the Al-Majid Arena. You see these copper statues, one of a lion and one of a bull, depicting an epic battle. Both of them on their the lion on its hind legs, kind of clawing down, and the bull kind of like with its horns, like its head down, charging as if it's going to skewer the lion with one of its horns. They sit on either side of the Colosseum's entrance, and you see the structure towering like 160 feet above each of these statues. Both statues are roughly like 40 feet in height. You make your way past the main gates, and you have some level of essentially influence. Like people sort of recognize you. Not like, well, are you wearing like your crest right now, or did you take those off?
I took those off. I took off the crest. Basically the bigger things that would announce me, but my garb is more or less as usual. Like no emblems, but yeah, I have to keep my armor on and everything.
Fair enough. As you walk in, the arena right now doesn't have anything going on. It is it's fairly I wouldn't say empty, but it's not patronized at the moment with any people. You make your way around. You know that different parts of the arena are essentially homes to gladiators that are either owned by the arena itself, the government, or private citizens or noblemen. So there is one section in particular that belongs to the Alam family, and you wind your way through some of the halls until eventually you reach that portion, at which point you happen upon this Loxodon he's got like torn up ears, and his tusks are cut off with two toppers that are made of like steel, and he's just essentially like he's got a broom in one hand, just kind of making his way through, and he sees you. Hello there. May I assist you?
I am here to pick up 2 gladiators, and I show off the form that was given.
Yeah, he takes it and... Qaid al-Lam, okay. Yes, you are here for Ruik and Vagari.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, you may follow me. Gives you like a little smile, and you guys walk down the hall.
Okay.
He's making pleasant conversation with you, just kind of like, yes, I used to be a fighter myself.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. A lifetime ago, when I was young and strong.
I'm sure you could still take on a few more fights.
I mean, I can, I can hold myself, and he kind of like nudges you with his elbow. But the days of my prime are gone.
Huh.
And now you look like a.
Rule.
I'm sorry?
Now you oversee and rule on your own terms.
Well, he kind of grabs his broom. Yes, I rule the floors and the dust that forms. But you look like a capable warrior.
Indeed I am.
Are you here to train some of the gladiators?
I am here to escort them, and that is all I'm able to speak of.
Fair enough. Very well. Well, here we are, and he kind of like opens this door. It doesn't have a lock, but he opens this door, which leads to a curved sort of hallway, and there are, I wouldn't say cells, but there are rooms that are that have these sort of locks on them, and eventually he like knocks on one. And Vagari, you hear a sort of knock at your door.
Okay, so Vagari was originally just sitting in her cell or room, so to say, playing cards. She has a deck of cards in her hands. She's playing something similar to solitaire in our world, but maybe a little more complicated, particularly for her simple mind. And so she was sitting originally just looking at her cards. She's got very bright blue, almost glowing eyes. Her hair is very jet black, coarse, but still looks sleek and very long. It's pulled back in a knot, and her ponytail just lays across her back. And being 7'7", she's very tall, but she's hunched over and very broad and physical appearance. She's very muscular. You can tell that she obviously works out. Goliaths are obviously very large and portray kind of this embodiment of strength, but you can tell that she obviously takes care of herself. And so she's playing with her card. She hears it, slaps her cards down on the table, gets up, opens the door. Yes, is there something I can do for you?
Vagari, I have a young Miss Khadija here on a specific quest. She's... Well, I will let Miss Khadija explain.
You are, and someone else here is coming with me over to Haya. Wait, what was the name of the city again?
Haya.
Haya. You and your companion are coming with me to Haya.
Wait, I'm going to Haya. That's
Yes.
outside of Mudbrak.
Indeed, it is.
Can I ask why? This is really not common.
I would rather explain once we get to the other one.
The other one.
Mm-hmm.
Ruick. You know his name is Ruick.
Ruick.
So, might I ask, it's just me and Ruick.
The writ says specifically just Vagari and Ruick. Khadija.
Yeah, it says Vagari and Ruick.
Well, may I just have a moment to gather my things, put things away? I was in the middle of a game, and obviously now I have to quit, so...
You can gather yourself. I'll go get the other one.
Okay, so I go back in the room. I'm kind of getting my cards together, but I'm more or less trying to get my thoughts together. Like, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting out of here. I get to finally see these places that Sabhir has told me all about, my dear friend, my beloved, my Davin. And then I remember, wait, he wasn't on the card. And so I run back out. Excuse me. I know that you're going to get Ruick, and I've said I needed some time, but I just remembered I have this pre-existing injury, and it's been troubling me. I don't know anything about medicine. I don't believe Ruick does either. Is there any way that Sabhir could also come? I think it would be very advantageous to have somebody who is proficient in medicine, knows my injury already. I think really it would be beneficial to everybody in the party.
He's not on the writ, but I could ask the one running here, if need be. Are you sure you cannot manage on your own?
Oh, no. Gosh, no. If it weren't for Sabhir, I'd probably be dead already.
Can I, insight checker?
Yeah, make a deception check.
Okay, there's something weird with this die. I'm switching it.
Did you roll a nat 20 again?
Yeah, no, I'm switching it out because this is too weird. Okay. Let's see. 14 plus 5, so 19 for insight.
Would you roll, Vagari?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
It was a natty 1.
I stole all of them!
True to form.
Oh.
Mhm. Yes, you look very hurt indeed. Well, gather your things anyways. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Okay, well, maybe I'm not the most hurt, but he is still a great asset to our party.
I was not given any sort of oversight for him.
Okay. Okay, so Vagari, you go to collect your things. Khadija, you start walking with the Loxodon Hagon to go find Ruik. And Hagon, you know, Ruik is he's a very powerful man, very very strong fighter, but his temperament is not what I would say agreeable. Vagari and Sabhir do have an excellent rapport, and Sabhir is more what I would call a team player. It may not be a bad idea to take the lion instead of Ruik. And you get to a door, and Hagon knocks on that door. The door almost immediately opens, and you see this lizard folk with beige and brown, like all beige with a whiter sort of underbelly, and these brown sort of like stripes that go across his back. And you see that there are these two, like, essentially he has like frills. He's a lizard folk. He has these frills, and he kind of like, when he opens the door, they kind of flash for a second. What is it? Well, and Hagon just kind of takes a step back. I will let Miss Khadija explain. And he kind of looks at you, and without like whatever your passive insight is enough, he's like looking at you like he's like assessing, could I take you? Could I eat you? Like, what part of you is most delicious? Yes, what is it?
I closed the door. So what was it about this other person?
You just close the door in his face?
I know a threat when I see one.
He opens the door again, gets like right up in your face. What do you want? You come to disturb me. What do you want? It gets like, takes like 3 steps. Are you gonna like let him like essentially push you back?
No,
Or
can
are
I
you gonna
try?
stand your
Can I
ground?
try to get intimidate him back? Can I get advantage because Hayam is helping me?
What does Hayam do to help you?
He like pops up and like opens his wings up real wide to like make it look like he's bigger. And he's got those sharp talons. And he screams.
I'll tell you what. We'll do a contested. What do you do to intimidate?
I stay very calm and just stare him down.
Yeah, so you do stand like slightly taller than him. He's very muscular, and his frills open up. And just kind of like they open and like kind of like flash a few times. And go ahead and make a let's see, how do we... So you're intimidating him by staying like super still and not being scared of him. All right, I'll roll intimidation. I'll roll an insight for him.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's a 15 plus 1.
Okay.
So 16 total.
He rolled a nat 4 on the die. So he looks at you and just kind of like, something about the hunter's stare in your eyes just kind of like almost subjugate him a little bit. And he kind of like looks you in the eyes and goes, "Do not disturb me if you do not need anything." He spits at your feet. "I don't have time to be wasting here anyway." And he turns around and just slams the door behind him.
I'm gonna turn to the guy who escorted me in here and say, "So about Sabir."
Yes, I think Sabhir is an excellent choice. Follow me. You go to this place, and he knocks on the door. You wait for a few minutes. Knock on the door again. No response.
He's the one knocking, or am I?
He's the one knocking.
Okay, I move him aside and I bang on the door.
He kind of like, Sabhir, he opens the door, and it's empty at the moment. He must be handling his duties. If you would follow me. You walk another like 15 minutes until you go down these sort of steps, make your way through this underground area until eventually you come to a room which, like, the first thing that you notice is this smell of like blood and like gangrene and rot and like just not a good smell at all. And he opens a door that leads into a wide room that is essentially sort of a nursery, sort of like like mortuary. I think that's the word. And you see a few people that are injured, and near the middle of the room, working over a larger hobgoblin individual, you see this Leonin. Sabhir, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah. You see a Leonin with black stripes that kind of are fading around the biceps and pretty much all over his body. He currently is working over this hobgoblin, and one of his arms is currently wrapped in cloth from elbow to finger, maybe as just a way to, like, as a sanitizing thing. And he has aquamarine like eyes that almost look like they're almost too piercing. They almost look like portals. But body stature wise, he's not bulky by any means, but he's more along the lines of very ripped and lean. Not a lot of fat underneath the fur. Just put them on the table.
Hagan looks up. No, Sabhir, I do not have another patient for you. It would seem that you may be going on a little errand out of Musbarak.
Oh, time away from home, eh? Well,
It would
let me finish up here. Here, bite this.
And I get like a woodchuck and put it in the hobgoblin's mouth, and I just tighten up the stitches, and I'm just,
You'll be good in. You'll be good. You'll be good.
make a persuasion check, I guess, or a medicine check.
okay. That is going to be for medicine. That's going to be a 15.
15. He kind of bites down, lets the wood fall out of his mouth, and says, "Thank you, Sabhir. I greatly appreciate it."
Anytime, old friend. Now, I've got to go. Make sure you clean the wound every day.
Okay,
Where
I will
to?
do my best.
Hagan, where to?
Very well. Sabhir, may I introduce you to Lady Khadija?
Khadija. Sabhir.
Yes, I see. You're going to be coming with me.
That's one way of asking, but sure, I accept.
All right. You and Vagari will be joining me.
Oh, Vagari! Where is she?
She's currently gathering her things.
Okay. I gotta gather my things, and then we're on the road.
Yes.
All right.
And I'll run off to gather my things from my cell.
Okay. The three of you walk back essentially to where your guys' rooms are. And Hagan says, Miss Khadija, allow me to notify the staff of this situation, and I will be right back. Walks away. So right now it's just the three of you. I mean, where are you? So are you walking with Sabhir to his room? Are you going back to Vagari? What are you doing?
I'm going to try to oversee them like grabbing their things because I assume they're all getting their things from the same sort of hallway of cells.
Yeah, their doors are like a few down from each other.
Okay, yeah, I stay at sort of the entrance of the hall to make sure I can keep an eye on them for whenever they're ready to go.
All right.
Yeah, I grab my things, and if Vagari hasn't already walked out, I'll stop by her door and be like, "We're going on an adventure."
I'm basically just sitting in my room, kind of waiting with my axe hunched over.
Vagari, there's no reason to be that way. Come on, let's go.
Davin!
Yes.
What are you talking about?
It's me and you. We're going on an adventure. We're getting out of here.
Oh, wait! She must have realized that my plan was working all along. I did need you to heal my leg.
The wisdom that you have is uncompared.
Right. I did learn from the best. I don't know who, but I got from somewhere. Well, then let's go. Is Rick still going?
No. He's not. Well, he wasn't in the hallway, but it's just me and you.
Okay, well, between me and you already know I don't really care for Rook, but I'll keep him in his place if he goes with us regardless.
Yeah, he's a bit of an ass.
Let's go. And I just like scurry out. I'm so excited.
Lead the way.
And I put the shield. I put my shield on my back, and I have my spear at the ready, and I walk.
Well,
I walk behind.
You need your weapons need to be given to you, so you'll put those as you're let out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not going to let you guys have your weapons on you like that.
Okay.
And rather than looking at my axe, I was looking at my cards, pitiful and sad.
Have you gathered your things up now?
Yes, I do believe that we are ready to go.
All right.
So, what can you tell us about where we're going?
I'll tell you after you leave the city, but I am escorting you somewhere.
Escorting us. Okay. We're pretty important for Vagari.
Davin, I didn't even ask where we were going. I just know we're getting out of here.
All right. I want to escort them to go over and get their weapons, I guess, from whatever station.
So okay, so
do I need right? I can't say his name.
Ruick?
Yeah. Do I need him or?
No. So essentially, Alam does want them to be the ones to go to the arena, but you know that the higher priority is to collect these jewels. And there is some wiggle room. Like you can make the decision that if you don't think that Ruick will be necessarily the best choice for this mission, you can make changes as necessary. It's so you know what, make an insight check for Alam, like retroactive insight check.
Okay. That is a 9. I have a passive insight if you want to hear it.
What's your passive insight?
15.
15. Okay. You rolled a 9, but I'll give you that 15. You will know that Alam is not particularly familiar with the details about what is essentially his property, his slaves, his gladiators. And he just knows that Vagari and Ruick are two of his strongest gladiators. But you know that the more important thing is to get the jewelry done, to get the package is kind of like the priority. And so 'cause you've been on errands before. You've run different sort of missions in and out of Musbarak, where you've needed to work with other people. So you're essentially leading this expedition, and as such, you would know that you have a freedom to make certain decisions regarding party management.
Right.
And in this case, you have freedom to choose if you want to look at any of the other gladiators, you're welcome to do so as well.
I'll stick with these two. They seem like team players.
Fair enough. After a while, Hagon returns, and he is followed by a. It is a short. She's a halfling, a small halfling with tan skin and brown eyes, brown hair. That's like in a braided ponytail, in a braid. Yeah, in a braid. And Vagari and Sabhir, you would know this to be Farah. Farah is one of essentially the managers of the Al Majid arena. And Hagon just kind of like is walking behind her. So she walks up to you all, and Khadija, she looks at you. You are Khadija?
Indeed, I am.
She puts her hand out to kind of like.
Oh, the wrist.
You shake her hand.
Wait, is she asking or is she shaking?
She's
Okay.
like asking for something.
Okay, I give her the writ.
Okay. She opens it. You are taking them to Haya.
Yes.
Very well. This is Ruik.
I don't work with potential threats.
Make a persuasion check.
That's the weirdest way to spell my name.
So 13 plus 3, so 16.
16. Oh, okay. She looks at you. Okay, very well. She like rolls it up, hands it back. Sabhir Vagari, you know the drill. And she pulls out these two. They look like essentially jade earrings. And you know that anytime that you're going to leave the arena for one reason or another, which is almost never, you are given these. They're essentially trackers and restrictors, so that because you guys are essentially property, they need to know where we're going. And because this is coming from, like, this is not very normal to just let some stranger come in and take the gladiators with them for whatever's going to be happening. But with the crest of the Alam family, she's like compelled to do so. But she's like kind of like uncertain about this. Do you let her put the earrings on you?
Absolutely. I want to wear this
I'd be-
with pride.
I'd be resistant, but I would do it.
All right. So she puts them on each of your ears. She takes out a pendant, says some things, an incantation, and the jade earrings begin to kind of like they glow for a minute and then immediately like go back to their normal sort of color.
And may I try to take a good look at the pendant? Try to commit it to memory.
Which pendant? The
one that she was casting the spell for the earrings with.
Sure. Yeah. Make a perception check.
That is a 13.
13. You can't quite make out all of the details that's in it. Do you speak Claresian?
No, I do not.
Fair enough. There's some scripture on it. You would recognize this to be more like an arcane focus. It's not really anything beyond that.
Gotcha.
And I know Claresian if I can get a peek.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. That's a 5 plus 7, so 12.
It's essentially like, do you know what a zoxystrobin is in English, in our world, in real life?
No.
Do you know what a zoxystrobin is?
No.
Right. So a zoxystrobin is the name of a pesticide. It's kind of like a word like that you're like, you can read it, you can understand it, but it's a nonsensical word to you. It is something that a like wizard or some kind of arcane users would use. Is essentially what's inscribed around this sort of pendant, this circular sort of gold pendant.
Oh, that's my 6 intelligence coming on in.
Yeah.
Then, woo!
All right. If these are your charges, you are responsible for them. I expect them back in one piece. Or
Mhm.
Kaidalam will be very upset.
I'm sure.
Okay, go. She turns away and leaves.
Right.
The room is yours.
Right. Follow me. And start going.
At your request.
Do we have our weapons yet?
We'll say that yeah, she essentially gave Hagon like a set of keys. Hagon will go into the armory and he will bring you back your weapons at like, you're not going out the main entrance, you're going out the sort of like back entrance. Imagine like a docking station. And he'll bring you like the weapons that you guys are familiar with. So for Vagari, you have your great axe, right? And then you have a javelin. What is the rest of your equipment?
I have a spear for javelin and then a great axe. I also have a dagger in my soldier's kit.
Okay. All right. So he brings you, Hagon brings you all these things, and then Sabhir, you get your spear and shield, and what else?
A short sword and a light crossbow.
Light crossbow. All right. Cool. All right. So you get this, Khadija. You know that the road to Haya essentially is there's two sort of halves to it. The first one is basically taking down the Nar, getting a boat, taking down the Nar. And then once you reach one of these small villages, there's a road that is a little more direct to Haya. So you guys can choose if you want to go straight on the road or if you guys want to take the Nar first. You would know the Nar may have some dangers, but it is definitely a lot faster. It's not like super dangerous, but there may slightly be a little more risk involved.
Have I been on it before?
Yeah, you've been up and down the Nar plenty of times.
Okay. Oh, then yeah, I'll take that. These people are supposed to be strong and capable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for that speed. I gotta get back to Nadia.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
The room is yours.
All right. When we leave leave out the gates of the city for a bit, I want to turn to them. All right. We're going to Haya. You will be presented at the gladiatorial stadium there.
Presented.
Yes.
Are we set up to fight?
Yeah, I wasn't aware that there was a Colosseum in Haya.
Yes, you're supposed to stand in for that.
It's the Dawama Coliseum.
The Duwama Coliseum.
Oh,
New Colosseum.
yeah.
Well, Davin, isn't this our lucky day? Not only are we getting out of here, but it looks like we get to make a name for ourselves in a new arena.
Yes, you'll be
And
fighting
the
there
duo
for the
match.
open night.
That
So,
is-
congrats.
Well, I certainly don't know where we're going, so I guess I'll follow you.
Yes,
And
I will
we
be
are
having
to-
my. Sorry, you go.
and we are to protect you along the way.
Protect me in return, and I am here to escort you. I also have my own business. We are to be
Oh.
discreet in our journey here.
May I
Discreet
ask
is
who you
exactly
even
what we
are?
do.
Why is our handler not going on this?
He is on a job elsewhere. But by no means, don't take that as an opportunity to think that I am less than capable.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
expect anything less.
Would I be able to roll an insight check on her to see if she's true to her word?
Yeah, go for it. Khadija, you may either roll persuasion or deception, whatever you think is the more appropriate roll.
Alright.
That is a 13.
That's a straight 19. I feel like it sounds like I'm cheating tonight, and I swear I'm not.
They're loaded. Check them.
You're fine.
Alright, so that's okay, I need to, but yeah, I rolled like a flat 19. Can you beat that?
No, I got a 13.
Alright, well. Khadija seems pretty straightforward.
Well, if you do Vagari harm, harm will come to you. But let's not get to that, shall we? Off to wherever you choose, I guess.
Alright.
This way, that way, this way. Where?
We're taking
you
the
would-
boat.
You would know that there's many little sort of like small boat rentals / ports near that you can get a boat essentially to rent, and you can take down the Nar that way.
Yes. Oh. Yes, I'll do that. I'm gonna ask him, have you ever been on a boat before?
Wait, Davin, you have told me about these boat things before.
You've been on a
Yeah.
boat, Vagari.
Oh, I have.
I mean, you were very, very young, but yes.
Okay, well, I don't remember being on a set.
Actually, yeah, you may not remember that you were on a boat.
I don't remember the boat, so I'm like excited about this.
Yes, I have been on a boat. It's been a while.
Are we going on a big boat, a smaller boat?
Smaller. But for you, it might seem big. If you've never been.
This is the greatest day of my life.
She doesn't get out much.
Alright, so yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way through town until you come up to this small sort of like, it's essentially a shack with a dock, and there's lots of small little rowboats. And you are Khadija. It doesn't happen. It's not that it happens very often. You've only done this a handful of times, but you have been all up and down the Nar. You've done this, I'll say, a handful of times alone. You're usually with Nadia, but you have taken the Nar by yourself a few times. You come to this small sort of building made mostly out of wood, built on these docks. It's not one of the larger ports because, you know, as you were told, discretion is important. And when you approach, you see that there is a sort of muscular human woman. She has as well tan skin. She has light brown hair that she wears kind of like not in a bun necessarily, but kind of wrapped around. And she wears a simple white shirt with simple brown pants. And you can see her kind of like tying off one of the smaller rowboats to one of the posts.
Good farrier. I am here to procure your boat services.
The woman stands up. She kind of like wipes her hands, kind of claps her hands off. She goes, "Yes, and you might be?"
You may call me Deej.
Uh-huh, and you wish to rent a boat?
Yes. I'm going up to Haya.
Haya.
Sorry, I keep butchering the name at every opportunity.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right, very well. So you'll be taking Dinar down half the way.
Yes.
Fantastic. If you may step over here, let's go ahead and get some paperwork set up for you.
Mhm.
Okay, so 3 people. She leads you kind of like the shack. She doesn't go behind. She just like reaches over and just like pulls out this board and grabs a piece of parchment from behind like one of the walls there through the window and pulls out a quill. And she goes, so you're looking for a robot for 3 people.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Na Excursion Services is, we have many franchises down. If you go down Dinar, there will be on the west side a small village called Rahim. So make it to Rahim. You may leave the boat there for the time that you will be on the road. And once you make it out of Rahim, once you make it back from Haya to Rahim, you may get the same boat under your name to come back up Dinar. Okay. I will need 10 gold pieces for payment and 20 gold pieces for the deposit. You would have enough funds for this.
Okay. Good. The adventure stops here. We don't have buttons. Okay, so yeah, I put down the payment for it. Wait, can I haggle a little actually?
Sure. What would you like to say?
That's 30 gold in total seems quite a bit, especially since there are 3 of us. You wouldn't be able to shave that down a little bit, would you?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That's a 12 plus 3. So 15.
She like looks at you, takes like a minute to just kind of like stare. You're a new customer. They're not done business with 2 well-equipped fighters. Are you expecting to see a lot of combat on the road? Could be damaging for my boat.
I don't expect there to be much combat, considering we are well armed and could scare off most things.
Make a with that persuasion, so we'll keep the same. All right, 25 gold pieces.
All right, give it to her.
She pockets it. She hands you a piece of paper. Keep this.
Mm.
The parchment is essentially a receipt. When you return here, you must hand it back to me for the deposit back, along with the boat.
All right.
Okay. Dock 3, the 4th one down.
All right.
Very well, good luck. And she
Mhm.
goes off to like attend to other things.
All right. I lead the way to the boat. All right.
Yeah, I walk behind, but as soon as we start to hit the dock where like the land meets the water, I start to slow down my pace.
Why are you stopping?
Oh, I'm not snapping. I'm just merely taking in the sights, that's all.
And you can see he's like in the middle of the walkway, like not close to the water at either side. He's completely in the middle.
Yes, it is quite beautiful.
We don't get out much. It's just nice to be around outside the water.
Yes, and not crept up in our cell.
Well, the water is a much better view when you're on it.
Yeah.
What's it like to be on the water? I am so excited for this. And I like go to the boat and I'm looking around and I'm just taking it in. I'm trying to see like how many what are they called? Not rowers.
Oars.
Trying to see how many paddles there are, oars. Yeah.
Yeah. Sabhir, do you need help?
No. I am good. I will make it to the boat.
And I kind of like straight line beam, no vary off the line that I've made for myself to the boat.
All right. I'm gonna hold the boat steady then.
Oh, no. We can hold boat steady. You get in first, madame.
After you. We are your protectors, after all.
It is strange to be on the other side of this.
Oh, so you escort others as well, then?
Yes.
Interesting. Escorters are escorting the escorter.
Yes, but I would prefer one of you to go in ahead of me.
Well, if you insist, I will grab the biggest oar of them all, and I plop in and I get ready to go.
All right, I follow in then.
I wait for the boat to stop shaking and then I make my way in.
All right. Sabhir, as you step onto the boat, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm surprised I didn't have to do this.
Wisdom save. 7.
For a very brief moment, the sky overhead turns a very cloudy dark with lightning and thunder. The water, you kind of look out into the Nar, which is a very expansive and sort of has like this blue-green, very transparent, clear water where you are at the moment, with very rich vegetation around, palm trees and shrubs and all manner of flora. And for a brief moment, it becomes all dark, and the water starts to essentially become incredibly choppy, and just kind of like you feel the boat like vibrate, like shake very violently for like a brief second, and as soon as it started, it ends. And once again, cloudless blue, beautiful sky with open sky. The water is very still. You can see the speed of the water passing by in the far, but it is just like almost essentially glass, and it is just like the image of tranquility and peace.
I'd probably say that I'd be gripping onto the sides with my claws out, like into the side of the boat, and like sunken down into it. But then it's like,
Davin, what's
Yes.
wrong? What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Just I haven't been on a boat in a long time, and I don't. You gotta get your sea legs. I don't have sea legs.
Well, Davin, you don't have to worry. If anything happens, I'm here for you. Relax. We're on a boat. This is a vacation, kind of.
Vacation. Yeah, vacation.
One can
Well.
pretend.
I grab 2 oars and start to, whenever we're ready, I'll start to
Alright.
row.
Let's go. I'm gonna throw Hayam up into the air to sort of circle around us while we go down the river to sort of alert me if like there's anything incoming.
Okay. Make a perception check for Hayam.
I can't find the stats on this sheet.
So here's what you do. Are you on your character
It
sheet?
doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
Well, are you on your character sheet?
I'm on my character sheet. Yeah.
Go to extras.
Yeah.
Go to add extra,
Uh.
and you can click on his companion, and then you can type in Hawk. And then just click on add. I think you have to choose regular Hawk. You can't use the Blood Hawk, can you?
It's not technically he doesn't have Hawk stats. He's like a
What's his
air
stats?
bestial thing.
Oh, do you have your companion stats though?
Hold on, I gotta find his name before I can look it up because he is in like he's in one of these things.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
he,
This is
he got a
actually
2. I'll Beast of the Sky is his name. Oh, I
Fair
can click. Oh, that's cool. I can click on Beast of the Sky and the things pop up.
There you go. Well, either way, this is kind of where I intended on us taking like a small break. So we'll take a break. We'll come back at, let's say, about 15 minutes. Let's just say 9 o'clock to keep it an even time. Thank you all for following so far. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Quest Accepted. I don't have any announcements to make, so we can just get right back into it. So, Khadija, Vagari, and Sabir, you have rented a small rowboat for the three of you. You've all gotten into it, and you start to make your way down the Nar. The Nar, as I mentioned, is a very wide river. It's this blue-green, sort of translucent, almost glassy top, and you can see the bottom, all of the vegetation of the seaweed and stuff like that. There are schools of fish that swim very swiftly through, just moving in and out. On the banks, you can see palm trees and different shrubbery, and in some moments you'll see a lot of birds. Think of like the Nile, and Nar actually means river. So think like the Nile, and you can see all of these sort of like, I don't really know how to pronounce ibis, sort of, cranes and a number of different animals. The areas surrounding it are a little desert-y, like there are like sand dunes and stuff, but there is some level of vegetation, right? This is like part of like the delta part of the river, so there is a lot of like fertile ground in this area. Overhead, I guess Hayam is flying in and out overhead, kind of scouting a little bit. We'll say that you guys have been traveling now for about 30-40 minutes. Why don't we give Hayam another perception check?
Oh boy, what does my bird see? He rolled a 4.
Do you have stats?
I'm looking at it right now. It's +2, so 6. Does he just fly back down to me at this point?
Yeah, he kind of comes and goes a little bit, and like he's in the air for quite a significant amount of time, but he'll come back down to you and just like keep an eye on like these two strangers that you're with. So y'all are on the boat in essentially a desert paradise, which is kind of an odd sentence, but the desert can hold many beauties. So, floor is yours.
I realize I neglected to properly introduce myself to the two of you. My name is Khadija.
Khadija.
Yes.
Beautiful name.
Thank you. Vagari
Yes,
is a very... Vagari is a very interesting name, and... You don't look like you're from around here.
Yes, well... I grew up in Manzar, but I'm in, Muzbarak now, just in the arena. Been in Manzar practically my entire life. Not much else to say beyond that.
Mm.
I guess you don't see too many Goliaths around these parts.
No. I've not seen many myself.
And you, where are you from?
Me? I'm from the city we just left. Born and raised.
Oh, you're native to
I am.
Iraq. Okay.
Yes.
You're living there long?
My whole life, yes. Have you been living there at all?
No. I came here when I was a child.
Yes, he's been around for a long time. Me and Thavin go way, way back when he was, how old would you say? Maybe 14? 15?
I'd probably say, 14, 15. Still a child.
Yes, he's like brother to me.
And she's like sister, so, well, little sister. I'm just kidding, big sister. It was a joke.
Quite ironic. No, I am his big sister. I am the protector. He probably won't admit that, though.
I will wholeheartedly admit that.
There's a certain pride in being the big sister protector.
Yes. Are you a sister? Do you have big family, small family? What's your story?
I am the eldest of all my siblings.
Okay.
Yes.
Very... So we can relate very well then. You feel a incentive to be guardian almost. Or like a second mother.
Yes, with the amount of chasing down I had to do in my younger years before they all had their own assignments.
Yes, yes, and that I have to say, we haven't mentioned the bird, but that is quite a lovely bird.
Yes, he is a little shit, and I love him dearly.
Well, I imagine animals probably can be.
Hayam chirps up a little bit and bites you on the ear a little at that.
Hayam, behave.
Well,
Flaps
you
his
pull it
wings.
if you see it.
It seems he is well trained.
He does his job well when it comes to it, but outside of that, his people skills could be worked on. Hayam.
Well, not that you mention it. Is he hungry? Does he eat fish? Because there are lots of fish in this river. I could spear one.
He will eat whatever moves.
All right, so I pull out the spear from my pouch or my satchel, and I aim. I'm looking over the boat. I try finding a nice supple fish, and I stab it.
Make an attack roll.
I rolled a 2,
Yes.
so that's great. I guess plus strength would be 5.
Okay, 5.
Yeah.
Little
baby fish?
There is a school of fish that like swims below you. You take your moment. You wait for it. You see one particularly plump sort of fish near the head of the school, and you go to like spear it, and just as you spear it, or just as you try to spear it, a bigger, not like a large like thread of a fish, but a significantly bigger fish just like chomps it out of your way, and you just completely whiff, and the rest of the school just disperses.
I guess it's a dog-eat-dog world out here, like Arena. I guess he's gonna have to go hungry because these fish are rather aggressive, it seems.
Let's see if Hayam can do better then. Hayam, hunt.
Have Hayam make an attack roll, I guess.
He rolled an
You say
18.
you'll.
He rolled what?
You say,
I rolled an 18 with plus 3, so 21.
Skills.
What is this fish's AC?
This particular fish has an AC of 13. He dives down, and so you all kind of like look up and see Hayam just kind of like he's hovering, his body kind of like shaking a little bit, but his head just completely still in place. Couple of flaps, and then from like he must be like 70 feet up, you just see this small shadow suddenly turn into like a small oval and just like a very immediate dive, and almost right as he reaches like the surface of the water, he opens up his wings parachuting, and his claws go in, and he pulls out a fish that's wriggling. He goes and he like just like bites into it, stops wriggling, and Hayam lands back on the boat with a fairly sizable fish, and he just starts like tearing into it.
He's very good at what he does.
Impressive. If I were to ever have a pet, I want one just like him.
He is a handful, I warn you.
Is it daylight out or nighttime?
It's daylight out still. The sun is starting to set a little bit in the west. I would say it's roughly like you guys have been on the water for a while at this point. So I'll say it's like roughly like 4 p.m. Like you guys might have to pull off to camp. I mean, you guys can travel through the night if you want. Khadija, you would know that that's slightly more dangerous because you can't see as well. So you guys might have to pull off to camp out. It's going to be basically like 3 days on the water before you guys make it to the village.
Yeah, we'll pull off then. And
You're going to pull off now. You know that you have a few more hours of daylight.
Okay, I'll keep pushing with daylight.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
whatever you guys want.
Yeah, an hour before like sunset, we'll pull off.
We'll travel as much as we can while refreshed and excited about our vacation.
Yes. So what?
You say your siblings have assignments. What is
Yes.
yours?
I act as. I gotta look for the term real here. I act as the Diran for the youngest daughter of the family I serve. I'm
You
a
guys-
protector, a bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
I am her shadow.
So she
So
must be very mischievous.
Can I make a deception check to try to fight the smile growing on my face?
make a deception check. Vagari, make an insight check.
I want to make this at disadvantage because Khadija's not good at hiding this.
She has a very strong emotional connection, so go for it. Do it at disadvantage.
Okay,
Vagari,
so
you just roll a straight roll.
that was a total of 8.
Total of 8, Khadija?
Yeah.
Vagari, what did you roll?
17.
17. Yeah, so you can tell that Khadija feels like she's been put on the spot. Well, Khadija, you express your reaction.
Khadija goes, I would never speak of such a way of my charge.
Well, we were all young once, I suppose.
She is a bit of a spitfire, maybe is the word. She's energetic.
Sharp with the tongue.
She can be quite witty, yes.
So, like, very mischievous and fun, witty way, or mischievous and terrorizing the town and stealing things way?
It is always endearing.
So it's a yes to both.
It would be a betrayal of my charge to say yes.
See, I see.
Yes.
Does I take one look at Hayam, and is he nodding his head?
Hayam, make an animal handling check or an insight with disadvantage.
All right. Insight is going to be 14 with disadvantage.
Wow, say hi.
I got a 19 on the second roll. So
As much as you could possibly glean off of a bird, he's basically, to the best of his abilities, like leaning in and going,
perfect.
Damn bird is
like
my
that's the emotion that you get off of this hawk.
Understood.
Yes, but my my siblings, they too have their own charges, or will eventually get one when they are of age.
And we are to help you. Why?
I have been given a task by my Quael. She's given me a job and has told me to be discreet.
Well, I mean, you can be discreet with other people, but seeing as we are doing this job with you, wouldn't it be good we know what we're doing?
I will counter that with saying that with my own charge, who I have to shadow, I don't always know what I'm getting into with her.
Oh, come on, you have to know something.
I
Just
know
a little.
much, but just know that I have a job to take care of, and you'll either follow me there or you'll be in the opening fight at the Coliseum.
So either or. It sounds like we have an option then.
It depends
Well-
what time we get there and the opportunity presented. It depends on how long your fights will take and how long you're needed there.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. A lot of the times in the arena, there's a lot of downtime. Things take time to set up and break down, and injuries happen.
And the cleaning is horrendous.
Yes.
Well, you're not there to
Didn't
clean.
know about that.
You're there. You're going there to fight. in the opening fights.
That's
Yes,
a bit
it does.
different.
What was the deal with the snake man? He was
Oh,
in
Ruik. He's a gladiator. He fights in Moosbrock mostly. I don't think I recall him ever really traveling much either. I think all of us normally just attend to that arena. He's very good. I mean, if you want somebody to chop off somebody's head, Ruik will do it. But he has a temper about him, and yeah, not much more to say. I believe you met him, and maybe that's why you changed your mind. But
yes, I opened the door and then I closed the door on that opportunity.
yes, as I would have probably done the same.
Hmm.
But you were a handler before, so did you ever do combat before? Did you fight in an arena?
Never in an arena, only for protection
Hmm.
and for training.
It's an interesting and curious job to get involved in. What did you do before that, or how did you get involved in all of this?
My family has served the noble family for generations. It was not so much as a choice as a birthright to serve this family with dignity.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yes, it is a great honor.
Yes, it sounds like fate has shined brightly on you. I can't say the same for others of us, but we're making the most of it. After all, we are on vacation.
Well, perhaps for this vacation of yours, when we reach shore, I shall have to cook you up some fish. Have you had fish before, or is it just what do you get served at the arena usually?
I'd say we'd have fish before, but nothing really over the top.
Hmm.
It is what keeps us healthy, and that is about it.
I will have to scavenge and see what I can find for you.
Ooh, yes. Well, if there's anything that we can do to be of help, let us know. And of course, we're always eager to learn new things. If there's new tricks or cooking techniques that you would like to share with us, but I doubt we'll be using them anytime soon, given not really something that we are very involved in at the arena.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
one fish is enough to feed all of us?
I can get Hayam to get more. I'm not very good with fishing myself. It is strange to dig your hands into water.
So I tried spittering one myself. I can say it's not as easy as it looks.
I could give it a try once we get to shore.
Yep, so you're... I've definitely seen cats fish before. I'm sure you'll do well.
Give it a shot.
But use your good arm. Don't overexert yourself.
Oh, I would never.
You have
Be
a bad arm?
useless in a fight.
You have a bad arm?
Technically, I can still use it. I just can't feel with it.
Hmm. I could see where that would be an obstacle.
For some, but that is why it is my shield arm. So if I take a hit, it doesn't feel as bad.
Comes in handy in combat.
Haha, I see what you did there, sis.
Ha ha ha!
And
The pun was
handy.
not intended.
Alright, has an hour passed yet or whatever? Is it nearly sunset?
I'm letting you guys do whatever. Okay, yeah, we'll say that a while has passed. Go ahead and I guess everybody can make a perception check. One for you, Khadija, and one for Hayam. Just like if you guys are keeping track, keeping your wits about you. You have at this point journeyed for a few hours down the river. It's become a little more desolate. The large city. It'd probably take you maybe 40 minutes once you guys departed to kind of get clear of the entire city. Muzbarak is fairly sizable. And on your way out, you would have passed under a number of bridges because the city is on both sides of the Nar, or of this particular delta of the Nar, branch of the Nar, because the river whole is more upstream. This is kind of like near one of the smaller branches, but the city does go over both sides. So after like 40 minutes, you may have cleared the city by now, and then after a few hours, it's mostly desolate. So we'll say that the sun is kind of starting to set, like roughly between 6 or 7 p.m. at this time. What did everybody roll for perception? Let's start with Khadija.
I got a 17. Haya got a 16.
Okay. Vagari, you said 9, and Sabhir?
If we're actively searching, then I got a 14.
Okay. And Khadija, what were your numbers again?
17 and 16.
16 for Hayam?
Yeah.
Okay. Most of what you guys see is just natural, like, flora and fauna on either side of the Nar at this point. What you do see, something that you do see, Khadija, and Hayam spotted just a second after you, there is something that kind of glistens on this side, on the eastern bank of the Nar, and you come to a point which is a little more hilly. There's a little more like trees and vegetation here, larger trees, not like forest trees, but like, larger desert trees. And it's a little more hills, and this looks like a good place to camp. So as you guys pull the boat off, you do see behind this sort of like little formation, there's something that's shiny that like grabs your eye.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check it out.
You're gonna approach it? All right, make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh no, not investigation. So that's a -1, I think.
Oh my god! We going into the negatives.
Yeah.
For those 2 nat 20s in a row.
Okay.
When's
So, basically, what you see, you swear you saw something shiny, something that glistens, like right there in the setting sun. Vagari and Sabhir, you guys are, I guess, starting to set up camp, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out in the wood to chop down some firewood for a camp.
Oh my god, my bird is smarter than me.
All right. Well,
Organization.
I'll tell you what. Let me give you guys a little bit of a visual aid here for where you guys are at the moment. So if you guys want to turn to roll 20,
Look at that.
I would say that I'm at an outcropping trying to spear fish, but on the ground.
fair enough. If you scroll down, you'll see the boat where you guys are. This is about the location where you guys would kind of like make camp, and you guys are on the current boat. I'm just gonna move this off to the side here, and you guys can move yourselves wherever you want to go. So Vagari, where you saw the shiny stuff was over here, so this is kind of where you walked to go and take a look-see. Sorry, Khadija, that's where you're gonna go, is where you see the shiny stuff. Vagari, you said you're gonna chop wood.
Yeah, so there's not really, I don't know if there's really trees in this area, but if there's not, maybe like shrubbery or something just to get like a fire going.
Yeah. So I would say that, you have this option for a tree, this option for a tree if you wanted to cross the river. There's only really this tree over here that's on your side of the river, but it's entirely up to you.
Shallow enough to kind of like walk through or swim like easily through.
So this is definitely one of the narrowest parts. There's many deltas at this point that kind of branch out. This is one of the narrowest parts. You would plunge into the water, But you can swim across. Like it's right there. It's like 20 feet wide at this point.
Okay, well, I'll do that. So I'll probably just be around here.
Okay, and then Sabhir, you're gonna be spearfishing.
Yeah, I was gonna go on that rock and then try to spearfish.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, for sure. You wait for a moment, just kind of waiting for your mark, and you get a quipper. Quipper? I don't know. Whatever the name of that fish is. And it's a fairly sizable fish. It's maybe like, 5 pounds. Not enough for the three of you necessarily, but you can keep hunting. At this point, Khadija, you make your way and you see that there's it's essentially like a few scattered coins on the ground, and there's these sort of half buried, like it looks like it might be a chest. It takes you a minute, but you do eventually find a few gold coins. And as you go to pick them up, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh.
No.
Yep.
All right.
I got
Initiative has been.
All right. 1 second. 1 second.
That's what you want from your barbarian.
We're going. I need to get myself.
I'm starting to get all the bad rolls now.
You can switch back to your other die. It's fine.
First combat!
That was the other die.
Oh,
Get the lucky die
okay.
before we die.
So, holy shit! I rolled like crap. Okay, 25 to 20. Okay. Let's go 15 to 20. Really?
Yeah, starting off strong.
Starting off strong. I see that. Sorry, 1 second. I just need to look at all of these initiatives to see which one is which. That is that. Okay, 10 to 15?
14.
14. Okay, so here you go first, then this one, then that one. Okay. 5 to 10.
I got a 6.
You got a 6. What did you roll, Vagari?
A 5.
A 5. Okay, so
Low roll.
that,
Human intelligence. Let's go.
that, and then that. All right. So you will be taking a surprise round, Khadija,
I feel very
against you.
surprised.
Out of the bushes right above the hill where you find these gold coins, 2 stones just come out of these bushes. Let me see here. Oh wait, I will, because they give their position away now.
Yeah. Great. The archer is right near the enemy. Whatever.
Yeah, be like that. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. That's what it is. You see these 2 kobolds come out of the bushes here, and they take 2 attacks at you with their slings. Does a 7 hit?
No, it
God.
doesn't.
Okay, good.
And does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, 15 does hit. You will take 3 points of damage. So 1 stone whiffs past you just as you move your head out of the way, almost dodging it like the Matrix. The other one hits you right on the temple. That is the first surprise round, and then Sabhir.
Mm-hmm.
On your side, there you see a woman with black hair and vibrant green eyes, a sort of like slanted nostrils on her nose, and a forked tongue kind of slithering out, scales on her body covered in like these red sort of like cloths. Let's see here. God damn, I'm rolling like shit. A 7, I'm guessing, doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
All right. So you see this Yuan Ti with a bow and arrow that just kind of like flicks in. That is their turn. So that's their surprise round. Sabhir, you go first.
I will take my shield out, giving a +2 to my my armor class, and I will take a look at the surroundings. And since the one that just shot at me is across the water, I'm going to turn around and throw my spear at the closest kobold.
Okay.
And then charge up to it.
Okay, that's 35 feet. Do you want to close the gap before? Because I believe spears have a 20-foot range.
Oh yeah. So for flavor wise, I'll run off like the little indention stone and jump, and as I'm jumping, I'll throw to get into that 20-foot radius.
Sounds good. Make an attack roll.
Right. Let's see. Don't fail me now. Does a 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. Roll for damage.
Right. That is 9 piercing damage as I run up to. I throw it. I jump off the rock and I throw the spear to him. And as it's landing, I'm running up to grab my spear back again.
Okay. You run towards him. You jump off the rock, leap. You throw is it your spear or your javelin that you're throwing?
It's my spear.
Okay, your spear. Your spear catches the kobold right in the side, skewers him from one side of his chest to the other, and plants him firmly against the palm tree that he was essentially hiding behind. He's dead.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
okay.
That was a immediate kill, and was next in combat. He's dead now. So
okay.
So that was fast. The Yuan Ti. What's up?
And then I will use my movement. I was right here, so I will use my 5 extra movement to, if I can I get up to here, or would that be?
No, you can. Yeah, that's fine. It's slanted enough to where you can make your way up.
Okay, I'll make my way up, and I'll scream like ambush, and I'll end my turn.
All right. Now it is the Yuan Ti's turn. She curses, and she's going to take her 30 feet of movement. I'll say she doesn't have a swim speed, so she's just going to get to here right now and let that be. And yeah, she has enough range. So she's going to take 2 arrow shots at Khadija, because I think she sees you as the more formidable one, I guess.
Oh,
and
boy.
she doesn't want to try to shoot with the guy with the shield. That's cocked as fuck. Fair enough. Does a dirty 20 hit?
You ask me these questions, you know the answer to.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 10 points of poison damage.
Ouch.
Oh my gosh, are you gonna be dead?
No, I'm level.
You're level 3.
Yeah, I'm level 3, so.
Thank God.
But that's effectively all she can do at the moment. Yeah, you guys should all be able to hear what she's yelling. She essentially is yelling to the remaining kobold, like, "Don't be a coward! Attack! Fucking attack!" After the Yuan-Ti, Khadija, you are up. What are you doing?
All right, where's this Yanti?
The
Way
Yuan-Ti is over
here?
here, on the other side
Okay.
of the bank, the other river bank.
Cool. Let's see. What can I do here? I think with my bonus action, I'm going to shift.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm swift stride, so I'm going to gain 4 temp HP
Okay.
for that. Let's see. While shifted, walking speed increased by 10. Additionally, reaction to move up to 10 feet in reaction if somebody ends their turn within 5 feet of me. Without provoking opportunity attack.
There's nobody that's ending their turn within 5 feet of you right now.
Yeah. And I'm going to point my longbow at the young T. I'm looking for my feet here real quick. Because I need to make sure I have this. Okay, I could take a -5 penalty for... I think I just want to hit her, so I'm just going to roll straight with the longbow I got.
Go for it.
Try to hit
Make
her.
an attack roll.
That's an 8 plus 7, so 15.
15 will hit. Roll for
okay.
damage.
On top of that, I'm also going to focus with my favored foe. So when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mark the target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute, or until you lose concentration.
Okay.
Okay, so it only affects like the first hit each time, but that's fine.
That's fine.
So yeah, it'll add a d4 of damage on top of that.
Okay.
So the longbow, I believe, is a d8. So that's 2 plus 3, so 5. And then with the favorite foe, that's another 3, so 8 damage in total.
8 points of damage. All right. You loosen the arrow. It flies through the air over the river. Just lands right into her shoulder. She looks at you and just... is that everything for your turn?
Yes, it for my turn. It's just, snarl a bit. Wait, hold on. Is there any place where I can get into cover?
You can try to get behind this rock over here for cover.
Okay. How much?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much. You can take. Yeah, you definitely would have enough movement to get into this area.
Yeah, because I have 40 move speed at the moment. So.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have. Yeah, I would say that you have essentially 3/4 cover here. If you come back here, you have a little more. If you go a little further back, but I will say that this kobold has the high ground at the moment. So
Can he see me?
You have 3/4 cover from both right now. If you move back here,
works.
he's able to see you. But because of the angle, I would say that you have 3/4 cover from both.
Right.
Okay, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Fair enough. Vagari, your turn.
I'm so mad across this river now.
Well, you're on the same side as the Yuan-Ti.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but I think that my movement speed or my movement doesn't get me quite there in one turn. What I would want to do. So it does.
Well, you could dash, and you have that one extra little thing that you can do when you dash.
Right.
Yes, it is roids.
When you dash, does it increase it by 10?
Dash is effectively double your movement. So your movement speed is 30, right?
Yeah. So
you can move up to 60 feet.
Okay, sweet. Well, I will do that then. So I see that obviously
And remember,
we're under attack.
you have your charger feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you can use your bonus action to attack her, or your bonus action to shove her in the water. That'd be something that you could do, or to just. But then you can't rage on this turn with your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna then, I guess, dash straight toward her. So that would be 40 feet. And as I am dashing towards her, I'm getting my axe kind of winded back. And as I'm running past her, just slash her in the abdomen.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That was a 12, I believe.
12 just hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. So that would be... So that would be 10 plus 5 because I charged before. Or I dashed before.
Okay, so 15 points of damage total.
Yeah. That seems super OP.
Okay, 15 points
But
of
I'm
damage. I
here
mean,
for
you know, you're you're a barbarian, you know, it'd be like that. You cleave her right into her abdomen, and she just like hisses at you, but writhes over in pain, just like starts to bleed profusely. At this point, Sabhir, behind you, you hear something moving, and you see this
Nope.
crocodile
Oh my
Nope.
god. I literally can't.
come out of the water.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it is going to 5,
Back on the boat.
10.
I was
Boy.
like, I'm almost done.
That is a big water dog.
that is a danger log. It is particularly mad at you because you took the fish that it was going to eat. So it's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
No, it doesn't.
You
Yep.
walked into the wrong swamp.
It goes to bite you, just misses, or misses by a lot. That's fine. The kobold goes and it looks at the crocodile. It is not having a good time with that. It's just going to take a sling attack at you, Sabhir, because it can't see Khadija very well.
Okay.
That's a natural 18.
Yep.
Uh,
That hits.
That is 6 points of damage.
Oh, hey there, bud. Oh,
So
Yeah.
we all
right.
gonna die then.
And then it's going to take. Let me see. It's going to take its movement. It won't be able to climb up the wall. It doesn't have enough movement to climb up the wall, but it's just going to run over here away from the crocodile, but still keeping an eye on you guys. That's its turn. So here, back to you.
Okay. Question to you. Since I am used to the morbidness of death,
Mhm.
can I grab the kobold and throw it at the alligator so that way it can eat the dead kobold?
Yes, you may do so.
And then-
you took your spear out of the tree, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Yes. But basically,
Yeah.
I have a kobold kebab.
Yes, you do.
My whole plan here is if I can feed the alligator a bigger fish, if I can run away safely.
I will say make an animal handling check to see how well you're able to distract the gator with its new snack.
Natty 1.
No. Stop it.
Okay. Are you throwing the kobold to the side, or are you throwing it to the croc?
I am throwing it at the crocodile.
Okay. You grab the kobold off the spear. As you look at it, its last breath leaves, and you see this in its eyes. You see this sort of like not quite calm, but not quite choppy water. And for a moment, you see this like small wave just reach over in its eye, and then all the light goes out, and you chuck the kobold. It lands on the gator's on the crocodile's head, and then off into the water down over here. And The crocodile looks at you angry and snarling. What else would you like to do? You hear the...
And that was my action to do that?
That was your... I will say that, yes, that's an action.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, I would like to use Daunting Roar as my bonus action.
Okay, what does that do?
I need your crocodile to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw for the croc.
So I throw that out. I realize he hasn't taken the bait, and I just step 1 foot closer to him, and I just I roar at him,
He rolled... Trying to?
I'm trying to frighten him.
Yep.
Basically, king of the jungle status.
Yeah. You set down. You plant your spear, spread your stance, look at it, and then just give out the biggest roar you can. It rolled a natural 17. The crocodile looks annoyed.
Okay, all right.
And it does not like you challenging it in its space.
Understood, El Capitan. End of my turn.
You're just gonna stay there? Because you have movement.
I do have movement. Yeah, I'm gonna break away. Yeah. Oh, whoops.
All right, it's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I know. But if I
Fuck. I rolled a 2. Plus 4.
the day is saved.
It looks at you. You roar in its face. It looks at you. Its eyes narrow, and you just see this mouth that could essentially entirely fit you whole snap at you. You leap out of where the mouth would be, duck and roll, and just dash down the hill.
Okay, I dash down the hill and I immediately scream, Crocodile!
Fair enough. It is now the Yuan-Ti's turn. The Yuan-Ti looks at you, Vagari. You just like slammed your axe into her abdomen, and she you wrench it out. She's like holding her hand, bleeding over, and just starts speaking in sorry, I'm looking at her languages. It starts speaking in Abyssal. I need you to make a charisma. What is it? A wisdom saving throw.
Great. Rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12.
Yes.
The eyes of this Yuan-Ti, they start having these circles that kind of vibrate outward, and you feel this sort of hypnotic sort of a feeling where she's telling you you're my friend, be my friend, right? Go kill the other two to protect me.
Oh my god.
And this is your friend, this is your buddy, you're supposed to protect her, of course. So you turn and you see Sabhir, and just seeing Sabhir, seeing your Daven, snaps you out of it, and you succeed on the saving throw. Just barely.
Yes.
So that's...
If you could fool me, that is my Davin.
That's her action. I want to say, I think that's all she can do. She does not. She sees that it doesn't work. There's fear in her eyes. She's going to try to run away. She has a movement speed of 30 feet, and she's just going to run in this direction away from you. You can take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Can I try
Alright.
to?
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay. I got an 8.
8 will not be enough. She takes the moment of your temporary confusion to just like dash, and like as you like go to attack, your axe just meets the stone, shattering the stone beneath her feet, but just missing her. Khadija, it is your turn.
Cool. Where's Sabir?
Sabhir is over here,
Okay, so he's mildly safe.
and he is yelling "crocodile, crocodile."
And she's running away from the Yongti.
Fish.
Yes, Yuanti is running away from Khadija. Yeah,
Okay.
or from
Just gonna-
Vagari.
Okay. And there's a kobold here who still wants to fight.
The kobold looks like his eyes are trained on you, but he's kind of like assessing the situation. His buddy got killed with one hit.
Okay, bonus action. I'm gonna sick Haya on him.
Okay, let's have Haya make an attack roll.
Heck, yeah. Great.
I don't have a mini for Hayam. I'll
He
find
has
one
like
real
a
quick.
flying speed of 60, so he's pretty nimble. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the dang thing. Oh my god. I don't like the beyond.
Not the appropriate color, but we'll use this as Hayam for now.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna roll his. Okay, part of what makes for the Beast of the Air good is they also have the flyby thing,
Right.
so they don't get opportunity attacks when they fly away.
Okay.
So he's gonna do sort of like a sweeping attack.
Okay.
And the action is
So-
called Shred.
What's his movement speed?
60.
Oh, okay, he has a 60 movement speed. Yeah, that is plenty. So he can go from presumably where you are. He can hold the same spot, and then he can. Where do you want him like to move away from?
Back towards me.
Back towards you. Okay, so where he is. Well, I'll give him. You have control of wherever you want him. So
All right.
essentially, he can move into the space, make his attack, and then he has 10 feet worth of movement where he can go anywhere you want him to go.
Okay, I'm gonna use Shred.
All right, and what was his attack roll?
He rolled a flat 6 plus. Okay, so my spell modifier to hit. So, oh jeez, all this math. They did not make this easy for me at all. Okay, so spell modifier would be the wisdom plus proficiency. So it'd be a +5 to hit for Hayam.
And what's the total?
So it'd be an 11.
An 11 just misses. Hayam goes down to attack it with its claw and or beak. I don't know. And the kobold just like ducks down, and Hayam shoo, misses by a hair.
Yeah, so he's gonna back off a bit. And for my main action,
He
I'm
would
gonna-
have to stay. This would be about like
over
where he. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
for main action, I'm gonna shoot this snake lady.
The snake lady's over here.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
don't you know?
You all look the same across the river now.
Okay, so you need to step out because right now you have this over here that's covering you. So you would need to step out a little bit down
Just
to
a
like
bit.
here to get. Yeah, there you go.
All right, yeah, no, I'll shoot her.
All right, make an attack roll.
I ain't afraid. Okay. I'm going to do the sharpshooter thing where I take a -5 to the roll.
To get that extra damage. Go for it.
Yeah, which means it's just a flat roll. It's a
Yeah, it's a-
17.
17 to hit? Well, what did you roll?
A 17.
-5.
But it would also have been +5 because of my modifiers.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you keep
Yeah.
this. You keep whatever the roll was. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
Heck yeah. Where do I put my sharpshooter thing? Everything is in a different tab. Okay, so that means I get a +10 to the damage. So let me just roll my d8. And my D4 because of the favorite foe thing.
Oh shit.
So 6 2. So she take 18 damage in total.
Jesus Christ.
Khadija,
And then I'm gonna step back into cover.
Khadija, why don't you tell us how she goes to the Netherworlds?
Okay, first with previously with Haya, I'm just like, okay, I am on the hand, like just throw Haya like a dart, and then I take out I pull out the bow with the string. I just pull out, and I make eye contact with the snake woman and just released, and it goes right between her eyes.
It goes clean through her skull. You just see her plop face forward, just dead. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Can the gator see me? No. Am I in... Wait, can he see me?
He has, I guess, like line of sight.
Alright, I'm just gonna move behind this rock because the snake woman can't see me anymore.
Yep. She can't see anyone anymore. Okay, is that it?
That's it.
All right, excellent. Vagari, your turn.
If I were to dash, would the river impede my movement speed?
Moving through water is going to be double your movement speed. So what it would essentially be, there's 10 feet of water here, I'll say. So you need to use 20 feet of your movement speed to get through the water.
That stinks. Well, I guess I will move 20
Good.
this way. What?
Good jump, right? Is that a free
She would
action
need-
or action?
She would need to move.
Oh,
She
10
can
feet,
only
that's right.
jump. She needs to run in a direction in order to get the benefits of jump.
Understood.
I am going to basically just run across the river here and then cut across in front of Sabir and throw.
So this would be 10, 20, 25, 30, and then you have an additional 30 feet of movement. So 20, you could get up to 50. You could get to wherever 50 is.
Yeah. I'm thinking for just using a spear, that should be enough.
Well, if you use your action to dash, you can't use your spear.
Wait, you
Okay,
said you had to charge your feet though, right?
Yeah, but charger is only for melee attacks, I believe.
Yeah, and yeah, so you can either like shove or use a melee attack as your bonus action then.
Correct. To
Okay.
make a melee weapon attack or shove a creature. So, yeah, you can use your dash, but you can't do anything else this turn.
Okay, well, I'll do that. I'll pull out my axe and I'll just be very attentive to the crocodile. Davin, don't worry, I am in front. I'll take it from here.
You totally can. Watch out for its bite.
No, don't worry, I will. It looks very strong.
Okay. The crocodile not enjoying the situation is gonna charge you. It only has 20 feet of movement speed, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's enough. It's gonna make a bite attack towards you, Vagari. God damn, I'm rolling like shit. Totally gonna miss. That's it. That's all he can do. He goes to... Oh, you see this large mouth open. It goes to chomp down on you, and you just kind of like bat it away with your great axe.
Do more than that if you're going to fight me.
That's all it's got. The kobold is going to take... It's the kobold's turn. It'll take 10 feet of its movement speed to get up here. It's going to make an attack to Hayam. That's a nat 20.
On Haya?
On Hayam. Yeah, Hayam came down to him. Like, he's like, fucking bird. It's gonna take a sling attack, so it puts a stone in its sling, and just it hits Hayam straight in the chest. That is, well, the chest would be actually real fortified for a bird. Right in the head. That's gonna be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. All right, he's down half HP.
He's down to half of his HP.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's more than I do.
Wait, what?
To be fair, she's level 3. Like,
Yeah,
This is a beefy bird.
actually, wait, would that attack have been at disadvantage? No, it would not have. So it's going to use 10 feet of movement to get up, and then it's going to run 10, 15, 20. So it's running away. It's not liking the situation. It's just like trying to run away. That is its turn. Sabhir, back to you.
No survivors. No.
I love that you measured it.
All right, so I will move. I will move next to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will go ahead and now. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take a stab at it with my spear.
Okay, make a attack roll.
That is a 18.
18 does hit. Roll for damage.
That is another 9 piercing damage.
Yucks.
9 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go in with the spear, stab it right like on its cheek. It roars back in pain. It's still... Wait, what the fuck? Why is this not... There we go. Cool. It is not happy. What else would you like to do?
I would then like to use second wind, and
You get second win at level 1?
yep,
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah,
Good for you,
that
buddy.
Was cocked. That was cocked,
Surprise.
and I get 4 health back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Go ahead and add your health. Anything else?
And I will look at Vagari and like
Close his mouth for good.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
All right. Khadija, you're up.
Okay. I kind of want to keep chasing that kobold, but
I will say you don't have line of sight. You would definitely need to climb up here to be able to see it.
okay. With my 40 movement, can I get over? Oh, nope. If I go over here and go on this little mound, will I have visual of the croc?
Yeah. Well, I'll say the crop will have 3/4 cover.
I
But you'll
ignore
be
that
able.
anyways.
What?
I ignore that. I have the sharpshooter feet.
You have sharpshooter feet. Yeah. So you would have just the slightest amount off of its back.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Maybe just the tip of its snout.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have the tip of its snout and maybe just a tiny bit. Yeah,
I
just,
like
the tip of its snout,
those odds.
part of its back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there then, and I'm gonna shoot at this croc.
All right, make an attack roll.
I will.
No! Oh my god,
no.
hurt Seven!
Um,
Brace yourself.
Where is Haya?
So, well, hold on.
Roll the
Because let me pull up the the house rules.
I just died.
Because, well, the thing is, are you attacking its back or its snout?
I was going to go with the back because it seemed like it was like the most amount that I could get there.
All right. Never mind then. We're good. Okay. So, what are you doing with Hayam?
I was gonna after Missy, I was gonna just stick Hayam on him.
Yeah, he's got sufficient.
Yeah. He'll go where it's 55 and then just fly 5 feet up in the air afterwards.
Okay.
So that he's not in super range.
Make an attack roll for Hayam.
Hayam, use shred.
No, I choose you.
Sorry, I'm trying. I should write down the bonus that he gets.
You're good.
It's the same
throws
bonus
the
that I
bird.
get. That's a plus with +5, so it's a 12.
12 just hits. Make an attack roll.
Yeah. I gotta keep pulling up this dang thing. I really need to make a character sheet for him. Oh my goodness, where is he? Okay. What is this dice for damage? It's a D4. Oh, I can add my proficiency bonus on top of his damage. I rolled a 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 slashing damage.
Okay. All right. Hayam goes down, rips into the Crocs's tail, and you just see it writhe in pain, not having a good time. That's your turn, right?
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. Vagari, you're up.
Want to dash, but I want to dash directly over top of him. So I'm just going to stomp on his face 10 feet, swing back, turn around, and just like skull bash him with my axe.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay, cool. I was like, I'm not sure if I can do this, but I'm going to try. I got a 7.
7 total?
Well, 10 total. But
10 total.
So.
You go to bring your axe, the great axe,
Wait.
down on its head. What?
What's wait, I think you're not adding your proficiency bonus.
Right, 12.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hold up. Let me see. Let me just...
My bad.
Your great axe. What did you roll on the die, please?
7.
You rolled 7 on the die.
Yes.
Plus 5 is 12.
Yes.
All right. Vagari,
Not sure if that would have done it.
how would you like to do this?
Yes!
All right.
It had 1 hit point left.
Vagari's heated, so she stomps on the snout, stomps right in between the eyes, turns around and goes, "Don't worry, I'm going to shut this crocodile up once and for all." And just, again, skull bash in the cranium.
All right. It's taken a few hits. It's not happy after Hayam came and rent and like shredded a bit of its like hindquarters and tail. It looked like it was trying to back up, like it's surrounded, not having a good situation. And you go to jump on its snout, closing the snout, slamming its face down onto the ground. Take 3 steps, and it just kind of like sploots its arms out, its legs out, like it can't hold itself up because it's so weak. And you just like take the axe, bring it down on its skull, and the life of the gator, of the crocodile, just whoosh, and everything stays still.
Yes.
And we are out of combat.
Oof.
Well, I mean,
What about
unless
that
somebody wants to
kobold?
do anything, the green kobold just is going to take its action to run away.
Oh, I'm gonna climb up and try to shoot it.
What about that kobold on the hill?
I mean, does it take me like 2 rounds or a round to get up there and then shoot it?
I would say if you take your action, you can go ahead and make it in 1 round.
All right.
So it would move 30 feet, and then its action to dash.
I have
So-
a range of 600 feet for the.
Yeah, that's fine. You just need to have the. You just need to have the
googly moogly.
Very well.
the visual like. You just need to be able to see them. So if you move up here,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna keep going, but you have range. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right.
We're just abbreviating this.
Yeah. It's a 15 plus whatever.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my second thing of the favorite foe because I really want to kill him.
Okay.
So that's 8 and a 1 plus the dex.
Yeah,
So
don't
it's
worry
another-
about it.
Yeah.
Kobolds have 5 hit points.
Yeah, I just like take shot like it's like the arrow flies and like it takes a second to hit him. He's just still running, like he has hope, and then like
So you see Khadija just kind of like pull back her bow and arrow, like aim a little high, and you just see this little kobold. And you just see, and it's still running, and off in the distance, you just see this arrow. And he just like falls dead.
and like
Nice.
when I took the shot, I was still like shifted, so I look much more like bestial, like more like sharper, like more fangs. Like the facial structure kind of shifted to be a bit more like almost like
Predatory.
dog like, yeah, predatory. The ears are a bit sharper. And the hands are like a little bit clawed at the end.
Fair enough.
And then upon killing him, she just sort of shakes off the form and it's back to herself.
Okay. We are officially out of combat.
And nobody saw that, correct? 'Cause you're up on a hill
No,
by yourself?
nobody saw that. You guys just saw Khadija run up the hill to the top. Let's have both of you make a perception check.
I rolled a 19 plus 3, so 22.
Okay. Sabhir?
7.
7. So here, you don't hear anything. Vagari, you hear screams of terror from a kobold, and then sudden silence. And then you just both see Khadija, like she kind of like gets lost a little bit from her height over the cliffside of this little mound, and then you just see her walk back casually.
Yeah, and I sent Hayam to collect my arrow back from the kobold and the Yuan-Ti.
Hayam does so.
Good boy.
Khadija, did you kill that one running away earlier?
Yes, I did.
I turned to Sabir. Davin, if that is not incentive for us to not run away, I don't know what is.
I know. She said that cats were pretty good at fishing, and look what we caught. I will say I'm quite a fisherman.
Yes, Davin, quite impressive. I will say this is a very large hide. We should have plenty of meat here, maybe a little gamey. I don't know if anybody would like the skin.
Possibly.
Wouldn't hurt
We
to
could
just peel back the hide and keep it in case we want it for later, or who knows, maybe we make Khadija a nice present after this. And
Either
I
that
start
or
just
armor.
skinning the gator and like getting meat from him.
Yeah, make a survivor roll.
While she's doing that, I'll jump across the river,
Mhm.
and that kobold that's dead over on the other side. I'll investigate.
This one?
No, the one on the other side of the.
The Yuan-Ti?
Yes, that one. Yuan-Ti. Sorry.
Yeah, what are you trying to glean?
No, I want to search the dead body, but you do the gator first.
Yeah, what'd you roll for survival? Vagari?
18.
Yeah, sure enough, you are able to harness. Here's what I'll say. You'll be able to harness the pelt off of its back and tail. So you have a pretty sizable amount of like crocodile skin to work with. And I'll say that you can take some of its crocodile teeth as well. So you can just add to your inventory crocodile pelt and let's say 10 crocodile teeth.
Sweet.
All right. And Sabhir, you wanted to investigate the body, just like loot the body. Make an investigation check.
All right. That is a investigation 13.
13. Okay, so you're able. There is a scimitar and a short bow. So you can collect those if you like. She
right.
doesn't have any armor, but roll a d12.
D12, where are you? There you are. Hiya. 4.
Where we're going?
You get 4
Yeah, right?
gold pieces.
Haha! I'm rich!
And we'll leave it at that.
Alright. And it was a short bow, right?
Short bow and a scimitar, so you can add those to your inventory.
Doing
And
that
the 4
now.
gold pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the sun begins to set on the horizon, the sky turning to a orange near top and then purple closer to the horizon until darkness comes. You guys set up camp. Are you guys going to be taking watches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after what we just encountered, that would be the wise thing to do.
Fair enough. So go ahead and set up your watches. I'll make a note here on who goes when. So who's taking the first watch?
I'll take the first.
Okay. Who's next?
I can go second.
All right. Vagari and then Sabhir. And we will roll for your perception checks next week as we are going to bring this session to a close.
Ooh.
Hey,
So-
that was pretty...
Thank you all for joining us. More sessions to come. If you're watching this, you should be able to just move on to the next one. But for us, it's going to be a week until we play again. Yeah, great job. Well done. Our first official quest accepted session.
Yeah, actually,
for,
yes.
for
Yeah.
Sajin. Yeah,
Nice.
That's
Love it.
pretty excited. I love it.
awesome. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.